is Boxing Nation.
So when I interviewed Adrian Broner, speaking of comparing opponents, he said you can't put Porter in the same category as Marcos Maidana.
Right, and the thing he didn't say that he held back was he knew you can't put Porter in the same Marcos Maidana category because Porter is better. He didn't say that. He knew that, but he didn't say that. Why? Because he grew up in the same state. He grew up when he was at home looking at who won last night in the Nationals and who's in the finals, and it wasn't him, but he saw who was there. That's why he didn't say. That was the last part he didn't release. He didn't want to release, you can't put him in and say, this guy is better. He don't want to say that. But on fight night, we're going to find out.
Mm-hmm. Now, but his trainer, though, he made it sound like he was saying Maidana was better.
Yeah.
He was talking about the experience and everything.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, him saying that? Do you think he has an edge on your son just because he has experience?
I'm looking forward to having that fight after this one is over with. Please, can we get that one?
The Maidana fight?
Oh, absolutely. I asked for it already a couple times, but we haven't been accepted yet. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no. So that's my belief. If he's better, I would love to fight him and find out.
So you guys heard it from Coach Kenny Porter. Absolutely. He would like that Maidana fight. So Marcos Maidana, if you guys listening, you heard it from the man right here. Now let me ask you this, Coach Kenny. If this fight could play out the perfect way for you, how would it play out? Like if you could write it like a script, how would the fight play out? Or
you know what? Writing it like a script is not going to play out that way. See, because the way it's going to play out is going to be a lot of situations where there are going to be choices that have to be made. Choices on Adrian's part, whether he's going to run or fight. Choices on Adrian's part, whether he's going to hold, and when he realizes he can't hold, what he's going to do when we break loose from the holding. There's going to be choices made when the referee has to decide whether he needs to step in and save somebody. There's going to be choices made on Adrian's part, whether he wants to continue, because we raising levels and he keep raising and we going to raise him. This is going to come to a point where he ain't going to be able to go no higher. You see what I'm saying? There's going to even come points in that corner when they say, shit, we wasn't prepared for this. And we knew we wasn't prepared for this when we got here. Now we got to make a choice. Okay? They didn't have no choice in taking the fight, yes. They, just like I said, reporting on June 20th, they was already handcuffed. They were already told they had to go. They didn't have a choice. This is not what he wanted to do. He knows it.
Speaking of being handcuffed, you already assume it's going to be a lot of holding in the fight.
Yeah.
What have you learned from the Kell Brook experience?
Well,
when it comes to holding.
Well, you know what? It's not just what we learn. It's also that we refuse to be held again. It's not just what we learn. We learned that we can lose with somebody holding us and stopping us from being able to fire and throw punches, you know, and we learned that, you know, it happens and we had to deal with that. But we also made a conscious decision right then that we'd never let it happen again. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to hold us and stop us from winning the fight. Okay, it's not going to happen. We refuse to let that happen again. And we're doing some little different things in the gym. Obviously, we got a lot of guys holding them, but we got a lot of guys trying to tie them up. We got a lot of guys moving away from them. There's a lot of things going on. And we even went back and reverted to our amateur days when we looked at some fights. We were fighting the guys back then, and they did a lot of holding. Why? Because they knew they were going to get hit hard. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if you're putting a lot of time into trying to hold us, which obviously someone was effective with it, but if you're putting a lot of time into trying to hold us, that's going to take away from you being able to outbox us.
Mm-hmm. Now, we all know that Vladimir Klitschko, he's known for doing a lot of holding.
Yeah.
When he fought Brian Jennings, he did something that was smart. He was more vocal to the referee, and he actually, you know, told the referee a couple times, he's holding, you know. He made a lot of noise, and that caused the referee later on to take a point away from Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah. You think you guys might have to do that too?
Well, you know what? I know Sean is focused on fighting, and he's not the kind of guy that's going to complain about something, but what he is going to do is he's going to do everything he can to break that clinch and keep punching. So we've actually had referees in our sparring sessions, and the referees have told Sean, if he's not trying to break that clinch and continue to punch, then they're going to let the hold continue. But if he's trying to break that clinch and trying to break that hold, and he's continuing, they see him trying to fight, then they're going to say something to the aggressor of the holding. So we'll let it play out however it decides to play out. But I know there's going to come points and times when, you know, we have to deal with that. Everybody's going to come and look at, oh, this is how you beat Porter. You're going to have to hold him. You're going to have to control him. But, you know, we're working on that this camp. Okay.